Okay, so I'm here with Tony Marks, who, Juice 107.2 listeners will know your voice pretty well, and watchers of Latest TV and the Brighton Album Chart Show in particular will know your face and hopefully your voice pretty well as well.
Yeah, they come together. When I'm on TV, you get the voice and the face. It's an added bonus.
It's a cosy package. So Juice 107.2, you've been doing DJing for quite a long time. Tell us about how you got into it and what you do on Juice 107.2.
I've been working in radio stations for about 13, 14 years now. Started off when I was at university in Birmingham, worked for a station over there called BR&B, which was a big station in Birmingham. I then moved to Kerrang Radio and worked on their late night show, which was unruly and raucous and probably should have been shut down, and eventually it did get shut down, and slowly moved my way down south and find myself here at Juice, which is I always wanted to come and live in Brighton. I've been in Brighton for the best part of 10 years now. And wanted to get into this station because it was a station that represented a city, and a brilliant city at that, and had a lot of freedom here. Most radio stations, you don't really get the freedom to do what it is you really believe in. I came here, they just said, just do what you want to do on your show, and it's been like that ever since.
So what do you do? Tell us about your show.
So I'm in the evenings. I do Monday to Thursdays between 7 and 10. We used a strap line of playing the world's biggest bands and best breaking artists. So it's a lot of new music, and it's new music from artists that are already completely established, but also artists that are coming up as well. So you'll hear stuff that you know, you'll hear stuff that you don't know by people you do know, and you'll hear stuff you don't know by people you don't know. And it's all really good, credible music we like to do.
And you get some good interviews as well, don't you?
Yeah, we do interviews every week on the show. We've got live sessions. We get local bands in. We just try and represent what people in Brighton, people who like to go to see live music, people who've got a good taste in music and maybe listening to.
Cool. And that's not all you do on Juice 107.2, is it? What else do you do?
No, I'm in charge of programming, which means I'm responsible for everything that comes out of the speakers, except the adverts. I'm not responsible for the adverts, but when it comes to the music and when it comes to the presenters, yeah, I manage all of that.
So what exactly is your day-to-day job then in terms of programming? What do you do?
Generally, my main thing is having to remind presenters they're not allowed to swear on air. If they can do that, then we're all good.
It makes your job easier if they don't.
Yeah, I'm happier. I'm happy when they're not swearing because the fine would land at my desk, I think. No, it's really just about making sure we're representing what we intend to do as a radio station. And the unique thing that we have is that we are 100% from Brighton. You don't get that in most other radio stations, not independent radio stations. So when we're talking to our listeners, we're talking, we're the people who are going to the same bars, the same gigs, the same comedy shows, we're sitting in the same parks, we're stuck in the same traffic. We are really representing what people in Brighton are doing. So that's the key thing that we have to do, because without that, we're just people playing music.
Yeah, and you are quite with the community, aren't you? You're involved in a lot of local events and things like that as well. Are you involved? Do you get involved personally in that kind of stuff?
Yeah, sure. We like to be involved in any big event that happens in the city. We're official partners with Brighton Marathon, which is incredible because it's a huge event. We work with Pride, we work with the Great Escape, we're working with Shakedown Festival and Wildlife Festival, but a lot more community stuff as well. We do an awful lot with the local charities and things. We have a platform called Spirit in the City where we invite charities and non-for-profit organisations to come in and talk about what they're doing. So we try and make sure we're across all the important things that happen in Brighton. It's not just about music events, it's about things that matter to our listeners.
Okay. Now, if we can go from radio to TV in a nice seamless stroke, tell us a bit about the Brighton Album Chart Show. It's a chart show based on what people are buying in Brighton, but tell us a bit.
You got it straight from the title, the Brighton Album Chart.
It's kind of what you get on the tin, isn't it? What you see on the tin is what you get. But tell us what sort of prompted you to start that show and sort of want to put that show on TV.
Yeah, actually, maybe I've been a little bit sarcastic because it's not exactly representative of what just people are buying in Brighton, because I do my show and we like to play, like I say, bands that are well known and artists that are well known, but also bring through new stuff as well. And I think there's another outlet in Brighton that really represents that, and that is the independent record shops in Brighton. Sadly, there aren't as many as there used to be, but being someone who shops in Resident and talks to the staff in there and likes to see what they're selling and see what's doing well in there, because that means I can reflect that on my show. Yeah. Because I trust the people who buy music from Resident. So we thought, actually, why don't we do a show about that? about what people are buying in Resident Records. So every month they give us their sales data, they give us a top 10. And then I stand, and then we play the videos, and I stand in between the videos and say, "Here's a song by so and so, and it's at number 7 this week." But what's nice about it is that we still get those major artists. You know, you'll still see people like Florence and the Machine and Noel Gallagher and Blur have all put out albums this year, doing well in the chart. But actually, they all had number 1 albums in the national chart. In our chart, maybe number 4 or number 5, because the tastes are slightly different from people who buy in independent record shops, and you'll get more obscure artists who do go to number 1. So it's a really interesting chart.
And you really do experience something new. I think you get introduced to a lot of new artists on the chart.
So yeah, some of it is really you just wouldn't see it on any other TV chart show. I remember when Aphex Twin brought out his album recently, and we struggled to find a video for it because he wasn't bothered about putting out a video for it. He just doesn't care, does he? Aphex Twin. So we managed to find something, and it was just this unbelievably brutal noise that he makes sometimes, and that went in the chart, and it went next to something far more easier to listen to. But I quite like that about it.
Cool, and that is on TV. Bmusic are actually producers of that, alongside City College Film Squad, aren't they? We got a local college involved in making that, which is a really nice partnership to have. But yeah, that goes out on TV. It follows the Noise Reel show every Friday, doesn't it? And it's on throughout the week as well, I think. Friday
night at 11:30, Saturday morning at 10:30, and repeated on latest TV throughout the week.
Yeah, brilliant. So Tony, if you could perhaps just impart some wisdom, anyone wants to get involved in radio, perhaps specifically Juice 107.2, what can they do? Maybe can they get in touch with you?
Give
us your phone number.
I'll give you my address, just turn up outside my house. No, get in touch. JuiceBrighton.com is the website. You can get in contact with all of the DJs there and presenters. We like people's feedback. Get in touch with us and tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you think you could offer if you want to get involved. If you want to get in touch with us and tell us why you want to get in touch, let us know that you've listened to the station. Sometimes people just get in touch and say, "I want to be a presenter." It's not just that easy. If you did, you would have to come in from the ground upwards, but just be a useful pair of hands. I did. I started out from doing exactly that very same thing.
Brilliant. Tony, thank you very much. Cheers for your time, and I'll let you get back on with your show.
Thank you very much. See you later.
Cheers.